Hello and welcome to Computology Academy. So we had to start the lectures a bit earlier, but no issues. We are back because of some technical issues. There were some technical faults because of which we were unable to take the live classes. But now it has all been sorted out and now we are back. So today we are going to start with the tribal administrative system, and the tribal administrative system didn't came into existence at once. It evolved gradually. As well as if we go on to take about the note of the name, the nomenclature of this geographical area of Chota Nagpur Plateau's region, then the Chota Nagpur Plateau's region was not known as Jharkhand since time immemorial. It had been given different names by different people in different texts. The tribal people themselves, different tribes, used to give the nomenclature differently to this geographical area. However, Jharkhand, whether it was having a different name or whatever it was, the geographical connotation was more or less similar as what we see nowadays. The Chota Nagpur Plateau's region was being considered as the Jharkhand, the tribal area which we see today. And even the different tribes had used different names. Like if we go on to say, then since time immemorial, the names, different names used were Pund, Murund, Pundarik, Kikat Pradesh, Suvarn, etc. So there are various other names also. So those who you know all those names, different names, please provide it in the comment section below so that we will come to know about the different names, as well as those who are preparing for the BPSC mains examination also, 67th BPSC. Then go on to visit our website. There is history and geography mains test series. Mains test series are available, and here one more information: the geography mains test series in English medium and history test series in Hindi medium, right? So these things are available over there. And now after the nomenclature of Jharkhand, what we know that some of the tribal people were living in this particular geographical region before the coming of the other tribal groups, while some of the tribal groups, tribal people migrated to this region from the surrounding areas or some different regions, right? So if we go on to talk, then Khadiya, Birhor, and Asur. These four tribal groups are called as, these four tribal communities are known as the primitive tribe of Jharkhand. They were living in this region of Jharkhand since time immemorial, and the origin of these tribal groups is traced within Jharkhand itself, right? So from where they originated, where is the area in which they are found, all these things we will come to know in the coming lectures. However, after these tribal groups, the first tribal group to migrate in the region was Munda. Thereafter came Urao, and thereafter Ho. So remember this chronology have been already asked in the JPSC paper or different other Jharkhand government entrance exams at various times, and this chronology becomes important because from here you will come to know about the history of Jharkhand, the demographic history of Jharkhand, and that is why it becomes very important to know these things, so that you will be in better position to answer the question. As well as many of the people say that कि सर ट्राइबल हिस्ट्री और ये सब चीज़ें पढ़ के क्या मतलब, क्यों सिलेबस में डाल देते हैं, why do we need to know these things? But it becomes important because if you don't know about the demographic attribute of any region, the cultural attribute of any region, the origin of the lifestyle of the people living in that particular region, then you will not be in position to govern over there in a better way. अंग्रेज लोग जब इंडिया आते थे ना, तो बहुत सारे जो अंग्रेजों ने किताबें ट्रांसलेट करवाई थी, वेदर इट वाज ऑफ मनुस्मृति, वेदर इट वाज ऑफ सरिया लॉज बुक्स, whether it was Gita or many other books, they had got it translated to in different religious books and the different tribal texts and the historical works in the language of English, because they wanted to know these people in a better way, so that they will be in better position to rule over these people. अगर आप किसी की नब्ज नहीं पकड़ सकते हो, बढ़िया से उसके बारे में जानते नहीं हो, then you will not be in position to govern that region properly. And that is why these things are very necessary part of any entrance examination, so that you have to serve in Jharkhand region itself, and definitely you are going to have interaction with the common masses when you are going to be an official, specifically a civil servant. So you need to know these things so that you will be in better position to govern these people, and that is why these things are in syllabus. So here, after these tribal groups, these are the primitive tribes, and thereafter these are the tribes. And remember the chronology. In this chronology, they migrated to this region, and after this, various other tribal groups also migrated to this region, about whom we will study in later on. But here what happened, after this demographic attribute which came into existence after the migration of these people, but the empire, first empire was established by the Munda tribe. The Munda people were the first people to establish any empire over here. इसके पहले किसी भी ट्राइबल ग्रुप ने एक वेल इलेबोरेट एम्पायर सेटअप नहीं किया था. दे वे आर नॉट हैविंग एनी टेरिटोरियल एम्पायर under their rule, under their governance system. But the Munda people were the first to have any empire, well established rule system, organized system. And here we will start with the study, with the discussion of the Munda administrative system, because it is the oldest administrative system. Munda tribes are the oldest tribe also. They were first to migrate in this region, and their empire and administrative system is also the oldest one in Jharkhand. And if we talk about the history of the Munda tribal people, then Munda tribal people migrated to this region when they were searching for Sona Lekan Disum. Sona Lekan Disum. And here Sona, in the regional language, the gold is called as Sona. Lekan Disum means the country. Specifically, Disum means the country. So, country. Basically, the tribal people, the Munda tribal people were searching for the golden country. But यहाँ पर भी इनके साथ खेल हो गया था. ठीक है. So, what happened? The leader of the Munda tribal people at that very time was Risha Munda, and Risha Munda was searching the Sona Lekan Disum, the golden country, along with his 21,000 followers. 21,000 followers of Risha Munda were following him. All these people were the people from Munda tribe, and when they were searching for the Sona Lekan Disum, the golden country, but इनके साथ यहाँ पर हो गया खेल. They were searching for the Sona Lekan Disum, but what they got was Nag Disum when they came to Jharkhand region. So basically, in the history of the tribal people, you will come to know that the Munda tribes origin, they trace their origin, their original place to somewhere in the Indus Valley civilization region. And when they faced the aggression, the attack from the northwestern India region, Middle East side, so they started to look for the more secure place for their settlement, and they migrated eastward from the Indus Valley region. This is the history what they trace about. And thereafter they came to this region of Jharkhand, and they found that this is the better place, well secure place, because at that very time long distances travel was not so possible, and in tough terrain itself the attack was not so easy. So they found that this is the most secure place where we can live and we will ensure our security. So that was the outlook of the Munda people when they came to this region. However, they were searching for the golden country, Sonale Kandisum, but they found the Nagdisum, the country of serpent. सांपों का देश मिल गया इनको, because this region even nowadays also it is having a considerable amount of forested regions, forested areas, and there is a considerable amount of biodiversity, and in that you will find various reptiles and all those kind of things. So here what happened, when they found this Nagdisum, then they started to call this region as Nagpur, and from here the region traces its name, that is Nagpur. अब समझ में आया नागपुर कहाँ से origin हुआ, कहाँ से इसका nomenclature आया. So this was the factor behind that, this was the reason behind that. And when they came to this region, so this region was a forested area. The complete geographical area was covered with forest, and very few people were living over here, those primitive tribes of Khadiya, Birhor and Asur, and that too in some pockets, specifically in those Latehar region. And the Munda tribe entered to Jharkhand region from that Dumka side, Santhal Pargana region side. So when they came to this region, they started to clean the forest, they started to cut down the forest and reclaim the land from forest for their settlements. And in the tribal language, they called this as Khoot Kati villages. And what does this Khoot Kati villages means? Khoot means that plant or tree, whatever you say, right? So when you cut down the tree, तो एक वो stump type का बच जाता है, ठीक है, खूंट कहते हैं उसको tribal language में. And that is why they name it as खूंट कटी. काटने के बाद खूंट कट बचा, खूंट कटी village हो गया. So these people started to call this region as Khoot Kati village, and the owner, like there were 21,000 Munda peoples who had to settle themselves in this region, in and around some specific areas, but they were not willing to stay together because फिर वहाँ पर उतना ज़्यादा आबादी रहेगी तो झंझट होगा ही, law and order situation might be there, तो वो तो होता ही रहता है. So what happened, they thought that some family groups, some families were settled in different locations. So the head of the family, a particular head of the family, was the owner of that Khoot Kati village, and that head of the family started to be known as Khoot Katidar. Khoot Kati became the Khoot Kati village, and Dar means the owner. So the head of the family which had cleaned that forested region and reclaimed the land from the forest for their settlement and settled a new village. So the owner of that family, the headman of that family, became the owner of that village, and he came to be known as the Khoot Kati Dar. And here onwards, the administrative system started to originate, because for maintaining the law and order and the peace and tranquility of any region, you have to set some rules, you have to make some codes of conduct, so that each and every people follows that, so that there will be peace and tranquility in any particular region. And that is why what happened, they started to organize, they started to develop some or administrative system, and their administrative system was republican type of administrative, गणतंत्र टाइप का था, जनतंत्र टाइप का राज था. So the Munda administrative system was republican. ठीक है, republican administrative system the Munda people were having. And here in this administrative system, the village headman was the Khuntkatidar, the head of the village. He himself used to be the village headman. However, the rest of the people were the elderly people selected or elected from the population of the village itself. And here the traditional administrative system of the Munda villages was more or less like the present day Panchayati Raj system, whatever kind of the Panchayati administrative system we see in modern days, which came into existence after the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act of India in 1992. So it resembles somewhat like that itself. And the village panchayat was known as Padha Panchayat. However, the village panchayat specifically named as the Hathu Panchayat. Hathu means the village. So the village was known as Hathu. Village was known as Hathu, and the village panchayat was known as the Hathu Panchayat, and the higher level administrative organization was known as the Padha. Above the villages, the group of the villages used to be known as the Padha, and the Panchs were the experienced elders of the village whose decision was being respected by everybody. And there was a reason behind selecting the elderly peoples of the village as the Panch, because all the people of the village respect the elderly peoples. Even nowadays, at least this much of the civilizational structure and the cultural aspects is left behind in India, that the elderly people are respected even today. And at that very time, such kind of respect was much higher than what is present today. And whatever they used to say, the people who were not at the par with these experienced people, elderly people used to respect that कि चलो ये बड़े बुजुर्ग बोले हैं तो कुछ सोच समझ के बोले होंगे, fine about that, nothing to say about that. So that cultural attribute was over there, and that is why the Panchs were drawn from the elderly population of the village. More than that, there was one more thing, that the elderly people were well versed, well known about the cultural attributes, the traditional attributes of the tribal group of the Munda Panchayat, because they had lived too much of life, their experience was higher than those other peoples, so they were well versed, they were well known about the civilizational aspects, lifestyle, religious aspects, and every other thing. And that is why they were drawn as the Panch for the panchayat, so that they will do the decision making work, and their decision was generally accepted by everybody in all types of cases. However, some kind of people will be there in every panchayat system or every civilizational structure who are not going to accept the decision of the others. उनको लगता है हम ब्रह्मास्म में, हम ही भगवान हैं तो ऐसे लोग भी आप लोगों को मिल ही जाएंगे किसी ना किसी पंचायत में, किसी ना किसी सिविलाइजेशन में. तो उनके लिए भी वहाँ पर व्यवस्था थी, उनके लिए भी प्रोविजंस थे, that how to make some people to accept the decision of the Panch. So for that matter, there was Padha Panchayat. If the decision of the Hathu Panchayat was not accepted, was not respected by the people, then the case was heard by the Padha Panchayat. And the Padha Panchayat constituted of 5 to 21 villages. नेबरिंग जो भी रीजन्स हैं उसको मिलाकर इतने विलेजेस को लेके एक पंचायत बनाई जाती थी, एंड दैट वाज नोन एज द पढ़ा पंचायत, एंड द हेड ऑफ द पढ़ा पंचायत वाज नोन एज द पढ़ा राजा, एंड ऑल द हाथू मुंडाज एंड द मुखिया वेयर द मेंबर ऑफ द पढ़ा पंचायत. Right, so this was the situation over there, and here the Hathu Munda was the village headman. He was the person who owned that village. He was the Khuntkatidar of the village. And thereafter, after the Hathu Munda तो village level पे हो गए. उसके बाद there was a मुखिया also. and every Hatu Panchayat had a Mukhya, and the Hatu Panchayats were mainly constituted of the Hatu, Munda Hatu Panchayat, Panch and the Pahan. So the next one was the Pahan. So the Pahan resembles the modern day priest. The same role was given to the Pahan in the Munda administrative system, and important role of this Pahan was to solemnize and conduct the religious ceremonies, marriages, ceremonies in the festivals, and as well as he was very important member of the Panchayat as a Panch in relation to adjudicating the religious issues, the religious crimes. And in that matter, the Panch and the Hatu Munda or the Mukhya used to take the suggestion from this Pahan, and his decision was respected, his decision was incorporated in the verdict, because he used to be the religious expert of the village. And that's why in the cases wherever there was some religious issues involved, his decision was being respected. And thereafter, after any of the verdict was not being respected by the Hatu Panchayat, then the Padha Panchayat used to come into the picture. The Mukhya of the concerned village, concerned Hatu Panchayat, used to bring that case to the Padha Raja, Padha Panchayat, and thereafter all the same process of deliberation and decision making, and thereafter pronouncing the verdict, all these things used to go on. And thereafter the Padha Raja used to give the verdict, and Padha Raja used to be the highest official of the Munda administrative system, Munda Panchayat system. And here he used to be the highest authority in relation to the legislation, in relation to the adjudication of the cases, and in relation to the deliberation. तो ये हाईएस्ट एग्जीक्यूटिव अथॉरिटी भी थे, यही पीएमओ थे, यही सुप्रीम कोर्ट थे, और यही पार्लियामेंट भी थे. हाईएस्ट अथॉरिटी इन द पढ़ा एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव सिस्टम यूज्ड टू बी द पढ़ा राजा. एंड द पढ़ा राजा हैड टू मच ऑफ द responsibilities, and because of that he was not in position to look after all the issues alone, and for that matter he had to be helped out by different officials. He had to have the support staff. पीएमओ में सपोर्ट स्टाफ रहता है ना, तो यहाँ भी तो चाहिए. अकेले तो कुछ कर नहीं सकते हैं भाई, सारी चीजें कैसे हो पाएंगी. So that was the situation. So as his support staff he was having the Diwan, Pandey, Daroga, Kotwal, Lal, Karta, etc. And if there are some of the more officials, because the Munda administrative system was involving administrative system, so in that case if there are some more, then provide those names in the comment section below. And the Panchayat, now if there is a deliberation on any case, then where they will sit. आज के डेट में तो हमें पार्लियामेंट मिल जाता है, लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली मिल जाता है, पंचायत भवन तक मिल जाता है, but at that very time there was no such structural places where the legislatures or the punch of that day would have sat and decided over any meeting. So nowadays at that very time what used to happen, the people used to sit at the akhara. So akhara was the place of deliberation. ये उस समय का पार्लियामेंट था, ठीक है, उस समय का पार्लियामेंट और स्टेट लेजिस्लेचर, whatever you say. So akhara was the place of deliberation, and it was not only the place of deliberation only, but at the akhada the people used to organize all the common festivals, religious rituals of the common nature. So all the people used to come over there and join the decision making process, attend the panchayat meetings, attend the religious rituals, attend the festivals. Everything was going on at the akhada. And even nowadays you will find that there will be a bargat ped, banyan tree at the center of the village, and that will act as the city center of the village, where all the people, और अब तो थोड़ा ये culture कम भी हो गया है because of the coming up of the mobile phones and all those internet kind of things, IoTs. But what happened at that very time, even if you go back 20 to 25 years, then during that period also, the people used to go over there at the center of the village, that banyan tree like of location or the village center, and what they used to do, you will find that some kiosk is selling the tea, some of the samosas and all those kind of things, and the group of elderly people sitting separately and talking about the politics, the village politics, the government, etc., whatever it is. Youth people are sitting in another group. So likewise the grouping was over there, and the people used to sit over there in day-to-day life in the evening, and they used to discuss about the village matters and whatever से किसी की बुराई भी करनी है तो वहीं बैठ के कर रहे हैं, and that was the center for gathering the information. आज के डेट में तो है नहीं कि फेसबुक पे अपडेट हो गया, सारा कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन मिल गया फेसबुक से, so you don't need to go anywhere, or you will find some of the videos relating to some of the events of your village on YouTube, and you will be knowing about everything about that matter. So those kind of informations used to percolate from those centers, those banyan tree centers, which used to be the अखड़ा उस टाइप की चीज थी, ठीक है. And here the king of the पढ़ा पंचायत used to be known as मानकी. पढ़ा राजा was also known as मानकी. मनकी मत समझ लीजिएगा, ठीक है. So he was known as Manki, and that is why this administrative system is also known as Manki Munda administrative system, and his decision was respected by all, and if somebody used to overlook the decision or the verdict pronounced by the Manki, then what was going on, then there were another methods to make the people to respect the verdict. विटला वगैरह के सिस्टम वो हम लोग डिटेल में आगे में पढ़ेंगे, ठीक है. And one more important thing about the Munda administrative system is that during that period the women were not allowed to attend the panchayat meetings. They were not appointed as officials, or they were not having any kind of participation in the panchayat, in the Munda traditional administrative system. So remember this thing, women were not allowed to take part in the administrative work, decision making, or whatever it is in the traditional Munda administrative system. However, this has changed nowadays, and nowadays you will find that the Munda tribal people, tribal administrative system, still it is functioning, and that has become a amalgamation of an admixture of the present day modern administrative system, the governmental institution of the Gram Panchayat system, which came into existence after the 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Act, as well as the traditional system. It is the combination of both, and nowadays the women are also becoming the mukhya. They are holding the important posts, they are doing the deliberation work, they are doing the decision making work, they are pronouncing the verdicts also, and now they are also the part of the administrative system, but it was not possible for them in the traditional administrative system. ठीक है. So here we finish off the traditional administrative system of the Munda tribal group, and now in the next class we will have a look at the Nagvanshi administrative system. The coming up next thing is the Nagvanshi administrative system, and if you have watched the video till now and if you are liking our work, then please do subscribe our channel, press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload new videos on the YouTube, or when we come live, so you will get notified about those things. As well as do visit our website also. There you will find various courses of your utility. Thank you very much and have a nice day.